Hey ya, welcome to Zville Lessons for Live channel. My name is Xander Villain, and today we're going to be covering Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. We're going to do this in two parts. First part's going to be your intermediate tutorial, where I just show you all the parts. You can go ahead and plug them all in. The second part will be for the beginners, where I show you chords, how to play them, strumming patterns, picking patterns, stuff like that. To jump ahead to that section, go ahead and go down into the description area, look for beginner's lesson with a time code. Click on the time code, it'll jump ahead in the video. Thanks, and let's get right into this. All right, welcome to the intermediate tutorial of Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Let's start with the main riff, which is going to be an E, then an A, and then it goes up to a C sharp, down to a B. We also are going to go to an A on this riff, but only the second time around, so it's A. Now you're going to go C sharp, B, A, B. So it's one hit, two hits, two hits, two hits. 1, 2. That's 2, 2. Slide down into it. Then it sounds like he kind of pulls off to the A and then just the B again. So I'll play it for you so you can kind of get the groove here. So we get into the vocals, it's going to be an E. Then you're going to move your index finger down, but not your ring and your pinky. They'll stay on the 9th fret. So it's move it from the 7th E down to the E flat on your 6th. Then down to your C sharp. And then to the A, B. Here's what it sounds like. And you build it up. Isn't that a cool one? I'm drawing up on that, so it's like... I think I draw up naturally just because I want to get that high end in there. I'm doing 3-fingered bar chords, not power chords. I'm doing... Right? And that comes into play later when he does that. You'll see he does that 3-finger bar chord and he actually picks the notes to get that section. We'll talk about that in a minute. So at the end of that verse, it gets into the chorus, which is back to the opening. He's very staccato with these chords, by the way. Then when we come out of the chorus part of the lead, it goes into that quieter picking part. It's an E. Move your pinky down. Get rid of your pinky. And then it's basically... So you're taking that part of it like an F sharp chord. So it's 4th fret, 5th string, 4th string, 4th fret, and then 6th fret, 4th string, 3rd string, and then the B chord. That's what it sounds like to me. gets back into that part solo, and then the drums build it up and the bass comes in. They got the piano hit or whatever in there, and all that's happening. All right, and then at the very end of the song, what it does is it goes into a repeat of the second half of the chorus riff, which is the opening riff of the song as well. I'm going to show you this. It kind of starts jumping the gun, but let me just demonstrate. So see how I was jumping and repeating the second half of the progression? There's two halves to the progression. And then at the very end, it'll do that E major down here, which you really haven't done yet. It goes down, does this E major chord. And then on top of that, it'll do a 3 hit, I think. Bending the F sharp string, the G flat. And then it does an E major 7. It puts that pinky in there. So it's not perfect, but that's what it's doing. So that's basically the whole song. So take all these parts, plug them in where they belong, and have a lot of fun. Let's get right into the beginner section. Hey, welcome to the beginner section of Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Pat Benatar. Let's get into what chords are in this song. You got an E, second octave E, on the 5th string. These are all bar chords, by the way. Use not power bar chords, not just the 2 notes, but the 3rd note too. Then we got an A, we got a C sharp, we got a B, we got this A right there, and then we've got an augmented E. You take the E, you move your index finger down without moving your ring and pinky. It kind of gets raunched there. Go back to that C, then up to the A and the B again. But this time, instead of here, your B is up here. So let's go ahead and talk about how to play these. The first note, the first chord, is your E. You're not hitting the 6th string open, although you can if you want. You're doing your 7th fret on your 5th string with your index finger, ring finger on the 9th fret of your 3rd, or your 4th, and your pinky on the 9th fret of your 3rd. That's your E. To get your C sharp, you go to that position. Here's your C, here's your C sharp. Same thing. 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. B, 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. And A, open 4th and 3rd string. 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. Those are on the 5th string. Then you've got your A down here, which is your 5th fret of your 6th string. Then you got your 7th fret of your 5th string with your ring finger, 7th fret of your 4th string with your pinky. That is going to be your A barred, and then you move it up 2 frets to the 7th fret, and that's your B barred. And then at the very end, it does an E major, just your regular E chord, which I don't know if I showed you that all right. So it's going to be open 6, 2nd fret on the 5th with your middle, 2nd fret on your 4th with your ring, and then the 1st fret on your 3rd with your index, and then the bottom 2 open. So let's get into how to play this now. You got your 2nd octave E for the start, and then you go to your 5th fret, 6th string A, then up to your C sharp, which is your 4th fret on your 5th string, and then down to your 2nd fret for your B. So it's single hit, double hit, double hit, double hit, but staggered. That is your C to a B. You slide it in. And then A, B. So it's kind of like a double hit, single hit, double hit, single hit. but you kind of do an open A to get up there. So, see that? So it's single, double, double, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, B, A, B. That's it. That's most of the song right there. The verses are pretty simple. That is going to be kind of your opening riff that I just showed you and the chorus. Now your verses are E, and then you move, same thing I showed you, 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, 7th, 9th, and 9th. Then you take your index finger from your 7th down to your 6th without moving these two. It's kind of a stretch. And you do it quick. That goes back to that C sharp. Then you go down to your A that you did earlier. But then instead of going to this B, you go to this B. 6th fret, 6th string, 7th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret. Right? 5, 6, 5, 4 on the strings. One more time, it's slower. E flat, C sharp, A, B. Now the A, B happens kind of fast, right? Fast, fast. Pause, fast, pause, fast, pause. And there's a build up there. So the way it goes is, now you're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking like a haunts like the one in me. Knock me down, it's all in vain. Get back on my feet again. Hit me with your best shot. I go up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 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 up. Now I'm doing ups because I want to hit the top end of these chords instead of the bottom end. Like I'm going. So you're hearing that more. So it's down, up, 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 up. That's just the way I do it naturally. Down, up, up, down. Then down strokes. Hit me with up, down, up, down. Okay, so that's those two parts. That's most of the song. So the leads are the same as the verse and the chorus. You start with the verse. You do that twice, just like you would, and then you do the chorus. You do that twice. Second time. Now we're going to get into something a little different. Here's your E. This is also an E note, part of that E chord, right? If you put your hand like this, it's the same as this. So you're just doing it off, instead of doing it off the 5th, 4th, and 3rd, you're doing it off the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. It's a tough stretch, but you kind of got to do it here rather than here, because to get this, which is part of the, after the lead, it kind of goes into a staccato area, right? Hit me with your best shot. the way you're doing this is same as the E here, but you're doing it here and you're picking. So you're going 2, 3, 4. Then you move your pinky down from the 5th fret. So to get that E, let's talk about that real quick. The E up here is created by going 4th string, 2nd fret with your index finger, 3rd string, 4th fret with your ring finger, 2nd string, 5th fret with your pinky. That is your E. Same as here. All right, so, and then you're going to pick it. You're going to go 2, 3, 4 on the strings, and you're going to mute it with your palm so it's just very lightly so they don't ring out. And then you're going to move your pinky from the 5th fret on your 2nd string to the 4th fret on your 2nd string. Then you're going to lift your pinky and you're going to bar with your index finger. So you've got the 2nd string barred and you're still doing your 4th string 2nd fret. See that? So it's then you're going to go ahead and get rid of that. You're going to come here and you're going to go to the 4th fret with your 5th and 4th string. And then you're going to go to the 6th fret with your 4th and 3rd string. So it's, those are the notes. What you end up doing is you end up holding out a C sharp, the same chord you did earlier, but you're going to raise this. What you're doing is you're going 4th fret on your 5th and 4th, 6th fret on your 4th and 3rd. You could do it this way. Or then you're going to go down to your B. Same chord that you already were doing. You're just going to pluck it from the, so it's your 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Then back to that E. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Let's do it one more time because it only does it twice. And then it goes back into hit me with your best shot. So let's do this again one more time here. 2, 3, 4. Move the pinky down to the 4th fret on your 2nd string. 2, 3, 4. Lift the pinky, but bar it with your index finger. Then you're going to go up to the C sharp position and you're going to go 5, 4, 4th fret, 4, 3 on your 6th fret. Then go to that B position. Hit me with your best shot. Okay, let's take it real slow this time on this one. This is a really hard one for beginners. But if you're getting a little bit more advanced, you might be able to pull this off. So it's... All right, to make things a little bit more complicated for you, at the very end of the song, it alters the, just the very end before it stops, it alters the second half of the progression, that's the opening riff or the chorus of the song. And what it does is it changes the timing slightly. So here's the normal progression. First half. That's the second half. What it does is it starts repeating the second half, but it kind of jumps the gun. So it goes. See how it kind of like jumps a little bit there? So let's go ahead and take it real slow, just the second half of the last one, and then the 3 repeats. Here we go. And then at the very end, it does an E major, just your regular E chord, which I don't know if I showed you that all right. So it's going to be open 6, 2nd fret on the 5th with your middle, 2nd fret on your 4th with your ring, and then the 1st fret on your 3rd with your index, and then the bottom 2 open. So it does that. And then it does 3 bends on the 2nd fret of your 6th string, which is your F sharp or your G flat. And then back to that chord. But you're going to add a pinky in if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Just go ahead and hit the chord again. But what it's doing is it's adding the pinky and making this an E major 7th, I do believe. Hear that? You can hear that sound, which is the pinky's going on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string, which is your B string. So you got same chord, but instead of having 2 open at the bottom, you take your B string, which is the 2nd string, add your pinky. You still leave the bottom string, the 1st string, open. So again, last one. So that's pretty much it for the parts to the song. Now it's just plugging them in where they belong. So let's take the opening into the first verse and chorus. So we're going to take it nice and slow. Here we go, guys. Ready? From that E I showed you to the A to the C sharp or the D flat to the B. And then the second time through, you're going to do that slide from the C sharp to the B to the A to the B. Ready? It's going to be 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. But pause. 2 hits. So it's here we go. Remember to stretch that out. Chunk it. E, stretch, C sharp, A, B. Okay, we're going to go through the chorus now. Hit me with your best shot. A, C sharp to the B to the A to the B. E, A, C sharp, B, E, A, C sharp, B, A, B, E, C sharp, A, B. Augment to the C sharp, to the A, to the B. Hit me with your best shot. And that's it. That's the whole song over and over again. Let's do this one more time real quick. Ready? So you're real slow. Here we go. See how it kind of does it quicker the second time? Now I'm going to play it so you can hear it in the context of the way it would be in the song at that speed. Here we go. So just take those parts and plug them in. Hey, so that's it. Hope you guys got something out of this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. To check out another video, go ahead and click this link over here. Check out our channel, see all our videos, go ahead and click that link over there. We've got some playlists, we got a lot of stuff coming up, so check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.